but I know that I have your back. Know that I have your back. I am going to send you a blessing to remind you that I'm always in your corner. Amen.
Amen.
On September 13th, the Department on Aging approved an unpaid medical leave of absence for Rudy Dudek, full-time information and referral assistant for up to 40 hours between September 18th through September 24th. This will extend our probationary period by an additional 40 days, or 40 hours, 5 days, for the total amount of time used. The Department of Water Resources approved hiring Paul Pacharski to the position of full-time engineering technician, effective September 30th, 2024, at the rate of $27.06 per hour with a 1-year probationary period. The offer of employment was contingent upon the successful completion of the required pre-employment conditions. And for liquor licenses, I concurred with Cambridge Township trustees in not requesting a hearing on the liquor license being requested by Get-Go Operating LLC, doing business as Tanglewood Get-Go, located at 3515. No, I'm sorry, Tanglewood Get-Go number 3515, located at 17675 Chillicothe Road.
Good morning. Okay, today's financials include a supplemental from Mental Health in their Capital Reserve Fund project contracts account due to higher bids for the expansion work plan for their transitional living center. There's a cash transfer from the sheriff to the unemployment rotary fund. Among the encumbrances is a contract PO from Aging to Junction Buick GMC Incorporated for the purchase of a new 2024 GMC Terrain, and one from maintenance to Middlefield Farm and Garden for the purchase of a new Kubota tractor. Among the vouchers are $81,684.71 from the Commissioner's Office to Kenny Hoare Construction Company Incorporated for pay request number 3 and final from the Geauga County Airport's Hangar 1 Improvements Project. $417,216.06 from the Engineer's Office to Colbert and Contractors LLC for the asphalt resurfacing of Merritt and Raymond Wood roads. And $435,693.70 from Aviat US Incorporated for the 800 megahertz communications upgrades to the county's microwave tower network.
Good. I'll make a motion to approve the financials.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yeah.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next item here is the Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve and authorize the President of the Board to execute the grant agreement between the Office of Budget and Management and the Geauga County Commissioners for the one-time Strategic Community Investment Grant for the Geauga County Safety Center parking lot project in the amount of $250,000.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Aye.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Okay, thank you very much.
Appreciate the feedback.
Good morning.
How you doing, Eric?
Great today.
Good.
Airport authorities requesting the board acknowledge the recent change to the title of the FAA project from constructors. Parallel taxiway A pavement and LED lighting between taxiway A2 and runway 29 phase 2 to the revised title of construct parallel taxiway A, including taxiway connector A1 and A2, 3,040 feet by 25, construction final phase, and install taxiway edge lights, medium intensity taxiway lighting LEDs for the length of the taxiway.
Great. Okay, so moved.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
And then also the big thing today, the airport's requesting the board approve and execute resolution 24-166 authorizing the president of the Geauga County Board of Commissioners to execute electronically and submit the acceptance of Federal Aviation Administration grant offer for the taxiway extension construction project.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Thank you very,
Thank you.
very much.
Yep,
This is
no,
going to be a
It's great.
major change for the airport.
Absolutely.
And
A big project for.
we're growing up.
Yeah.
Well, the safety factor, I think, is going to be huge.
It's going to be huge, yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Exciting. Thank
Good
you,
work,
Rick.
good work.
See you soon, yeah. Thank you.
Morning, Shane.
Good morning.
6, County Engineer's Office requesting the board approve and execute change order number 1 and final, decreasing the contract with CMG Contracting LLC for the embankment stabilization of Jen Road Bridge in Chester Township and the embankment stabilization for Bunny'sburg Road Bridge in Parkman Township in the amount of $4,094.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Aye.
Commissioner DeBoer?
Yes.
Commissioner Spudler?
Thank you. Item number 7, Engineer's Office requesting the board approve the specifications for the asphalt resurfacing of Auburn Road, County Highway 4, sections R through U. The project is in Chardon Township, and further resolve or approve and execute the cover sheet of the specifications for the same.
Make the motion.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeBoer?
Yes.
Commissioner Spudler?
Question, sir. When is the final topping going to be put on American Bridge?
Very soon. They were supposed to be back late last week to finish up the driveway work and follow up with the surface. I think they've got delayed on another project, and we expect them back here tomorrow to do driveways and surface by the end of the week is the current schedule.
Okay. Thank you.
Pending any other further delays. Thank you.
Perfect, thanks.
Parking lot looks good out there too.
It does. Notice that.
Brand new?
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
How are you? Good.
Good.
Item number 8, this is a grant that we received from the state. Every year it pays for the overtime for the deputies that go out and concentrate just on traffic, arrests, OBI arrests, drug detection. State auditor has asked that we have a separate fund for that. Over the years, we've just used it out of the salary fund and got reimbursed for that, but they reimburse us quarterly, so it was easier to use that salary fund, but they want us to create the Ohio Traffic Safety Grant Fund, so that we can track that money a little
A
better.
little easier. Yep, sure. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'll make the motion.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeBoer?
Yes.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Good morning.
Good morning, Matt.
Good, you just-
So we had a bid opening last week, and none of the bids were quite qualified. So number 9 is to request the board to reject all of the bids submitted for the West Geogga Senior Center condenser unit upgrade.
Okay, all right, I'll make that motion.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeBoer?
Yes.
Commissioner Lennon?
Hey,
Thank you. And then number 10 is just to be advertised for that same bid, with bid opening being held on October 16th at 2 p.m. And we'll advertise September 26th and October 3rd.
so moved.
Second?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeBoer?
Yes.
Commissioner Spudler?
Hey,
Thank you very much.
great, appreciate it.
Linda, the next one's the signatures.
What?
Next one's the electronic signature.
Okay. I'm kind of trapped. Here, I'll just speed this up. Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to see you from here for a change. A while back, actually I had an exchange, I want to say it was with Frank, about electronic signatures and maybe somebody from his staff. And so we got to work on trying to find out what it would take for us to be able to do business utilizing electronic signatures, and this is the outcome of that. We're asking you to adopt the Geauga County Board of Commissioners electronic signature policy, which incorporates the security procedures from the ADP boards, which is required by law to have certain safety measures in place to make sure that these things are genuine and not faked and that kind of stuff. So hopefully we will be able to get this executed today, and it'll make life a lot easier, I hope, for a lot of us.
Sure. Okay, so moved. Sounds good.
Second.
Commissioner Levin?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for working on that.
Well, you know,
Appreciate it.
Good morning. Item number 12, the Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board to accept and approve the 2025 Geauga County Sedco Anthem Healthcare County Employee Contribution Rates effective January 1st, 2025.
Those were adjusted to maintain the percentage between the employees' pay and the commissioners, or the commissioners of the county.
Okay.
pays.
Okay, so the contribution rates will stay the same.
Well, the contribution rates are going up.
Go up,
The
the
percentages
percentages.
are staying the same.
Yep, yep. Okay, very good. So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Levin?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Item 13, the Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board to accept and approve the 2025 Geauga County Employee Healthcare Waiver Rates effective January 1st, 2025. And those numbers have remained the same.
Same. Okay, very good. So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Levin?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Then item 14 has to do with the juvenile detention center. We received the agreement back from Richland County late yesterday. So I asked Christie to put it on here as an additional agenda item number 14. This is just approving the agreement between Geauga County, the Geauga County Juvenile Court, Richland County, and Richland County's detention center to house up to 2 kids for one, and this will be for the long-term housing. They're going to be in detention for a long-term period.
Okay, and that's a fixed rate of $100 a night?
Yes.
Okay. And from what I understand, that this will be a very rare occasion that we'll be utilizing
Yes.
Richland. But in the event we do need to potentially house a juvenile for an extended period of time, this may be an option.
This will give us a less expensive option than sending them to Lake County for a long period.
Very good. Okay, so moved.
Second.
Commissioner Levin?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Right. Good.
So, Sheriff, I have a question for you. Do we have any youth at the Lake County Juvenile Detention Center? No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Saving money already.
Yeah.
No.
Sounds like an old buddy's carpet commercial.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Anything else then, Jerry?
Yeah, we did have a meeting yesterday afternoon that where we discussed with the architect for the youth center about the possible locations for the youth center on that youth center property. We initially were looking at building a new facility behind the existing facility. There's been some discussion about possibly, after the youth center is out of the existing facility, to reutilize that for the, as an agreement with the Next Step program, to be able to move into there. There was some concern brought up about those two clientele being that close together, basically buildings be about 20 feet apart. So that we looked at the overall property that's there, and it is fairly sizable property, and it runs, further to the south. So we had the architect look at, possibly building the new facility on the parcel on the portion of the land to the south of there's a ditch that runs through the middle of that property. So we build it south of there to create a buffer. So we had them take a look at that and give us an estimate. The estimate came in at about $250,000 more to go in this other location as opposed to behind the youth center. It will allow us to then possibly reutilize that existing youth center for the Next Step program going forward. So I'm just looking for whether you guys want to approve it today or wait until next week, but approval to build the new facility on the southern portion of that property as opposed to right behind the existing property.
Okay. So One's existing,
One,
two's
yeah,
proposed.
one is going behind the existing building, two is where we're
Okay.
getting proposed.
And where would they come in off of, like
They
Aquila or?
they would still
Merritt?
come in off of Aquila.
Aquila, okay. And that's buildable back in there? I
Yes.
mean, it's all wooded
It's
now?
wooded, we have to take down trees and
Yeah.
do some grading, but it is buildable.
Because isn't there a creek running through there?
Well, the creek runs, if you look at the drawing there,
Yeah.
the creek runs just north of where that drive would go.
Okay. And there's any wetland issues or anything like that?
Not foreseen.
Okay.
I'm all for separating the building from one building to another, just to keep it separate, and this is a great idea to utilize that property.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, you know, the proximity of those two clienteles could be an issue, this does give it quite a bit of a buffer. Although it does lend to some additional costs here, you know, that needs to be taken into account.
I think it would alleviate potential problems down the road. And for this extra cost, I think it's worth it.
So the number, the dollar figure of the addition is how much?
250.
More. It'll be 250,000, so it needs to be going from 500, just over 500,000 to just under 505,000, or 5 million, sorry. 5 million to 5.25 million.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, sometimes I think over the course of the years, that money probably will justify itself.
Right.
You know.
I do like that they are not, you know, in direct pricing, you know, where you can walk right out the door and see you're right in the
Exactly,
backyard.
yeah.
You're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, I would say, and so that additional 250, does that include, well, I guess you'd have to do some engineering and dirt work, but that's all in.
That would include the additional engineering, additional earth moving, and additional stormwater.
Because usually that's where your money's at, right there, you know. Yeah, I still think that's probably the direction to go. If you're gonna wanna get this project moving, I think there is, at some point, you gotta get those trees down the ground before, you know, there's a bat thing or
Right,
something.
we'll have to do that during the winter time.
During the winter, is that when they do it?
Because you can't do
Yeah.
it between,
Yeah.
I think it's April and November.
Okay.
I think it's maybe October. But yeah,
So you get that going,
so we can get that going sooner rather than.
at least get the trees on the ground.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. What do you need from us? Just motion?
Yeah, official motion is, or at least a
To accept.
direction.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to agree on option number 2 for the youth center development.
Second?
Mr. Lyon?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Right.
All right, good.
And last week, there was discussion about the possible space for coming out of the health district for EDP. I have the drawings that show the 3 possible directions that could be done with regards to the door, where the doors and walls would go. So, I just wanted to make sure you guys got that after that discussion last week.
So this is something for us to look at.
Yeah,
Just-
we
we can
don't
decide
need an answer right now.
in a week or so.
We have a discussion next week about it.
Okay.
So just to be clear on this, so we're basically, the C308 is the hallway.
Yes.
And the space that we're basically looking at is the 8310, D328. That's the
That's
area
two
that's
spaces.
going to be taken up. So when we originally talked, there's restrooms the restrooms aren't gonna be part of this, correct?
That is one of the options to include the restrooms in it, or to not include the restrooms in it. It's just- Because those restrooms were initially designed to be just specifically for the health district.
Right. You know, I don't think that the restrooms, I think the restroom availability is only gonna add a lot more cost in order to be able to make that happen. I think that the thought process was where that 8328 area finishes, that was either going to be a wall that was gonna be created or potential for a doorway there. I see that in the one drawing, you have a doorway in the third drawing, and then in the first drawing, and then in the second drawing, you have just what looks to be a solid wall. You know, I think that the goal of this was the least amount of infringement on the health department is what the plan originally I thought was. So I would say that if we're gonna look at this, I think that just putting up that solid wall is gonna be the easiest way to do it and most cost-effective way to do it. And I don't think that it then affects any of the operation of what health department has going. I mean, do you guys agree?
Well, this little blueprint is not conclusive because it's not showing that double door that's in hallway A or C 308 exactly where it's at. And my question is it going to stay how it is, or are they going to rip it out? It's inconclusive.
The one in the hallway, that door is coming. That's why it's not shown on the CD drawings.
Okay.
So you're talking about the hallway door that goes,
Where it says, if you push this, bells will go off or whatever. That's going to be eliminated.
Going into the health.
And that process is going to be down the hall. I would
but
presume. Some
let me
kind of
ask you
process
something,
like
Jim.
that.
Right.
That's, are you talking about, that's actually inside the actual health department area,
No, it's in the hall. It's possibly like a double door.
right?
Right now, it's the defining point between the health department area and the public hallway.
Right. And those doors, that door was going, those doors were going to be removed.
Yes. And then there'll be a door installed where it shows I in the
Right.
circle and
Right.
H in the circle.
Yep. And in replacement of that, all we're gonna basically have, just so I understand, so then you would go down the hallway and you would just have a doorway to the right that goes into that room then? And then the next, further down from that would be the doors that would be like the fire doors or whatever? Okay. Okay. I mean, I think that makes total sense. It would be a simple, you know, I don't think we need to complicate this and make this into a,
There's two more hallways down there, that we have to put doors on.
Yeah, that's shown on.
One's in the lunchroom, one's in the other, I don't know what hallway it is.
It's that, so, where it says S1 towards the, I get the same that vibe, you do the bottom right of it.
Yes.
There's a door, just straight ahead on the bottom left-hand corner of it, there'd be a door there, and there'd be a door between C302 and S1. That
can
way.
you come up here a second, and just so that we have just to
Come on,
keep it
man,
pointed.
let's do a field trip.
Glenn, if you want to also, just so that we, you know, because this is
I'm pretty
a,
sure go off one you guys have.
yeah, so,
Yeah, so those two doors there,
correct?
that's what would block off the health department, and there'd be a door.
We asked for the drawings.
Yep.
And that way you can't just walk through the area.
During a fire, you guys can still get to the
Yeah,
stairwell.
those are
And
not
everybody
shown
else can
that
get
way.
to the stairwell.
ask,
Correct.
There's a door right there, so it's not shown.
the health department.
There's that one gone then.
There's a few different options there.
On all three options, the doors were
Here's the
Oh,
door right now.
Yes.
You're coming down, this is that lunch area.
Yep.
Right, we can install a door there. This office already has a door. From down here, there's a hallway there, install a door here. Why it's indented so much is because the door has to open up for fire egress when people are coming out of this way to come into this stairwell.
Okay.
This way, conference room, ADT, if something happens over here, they can,
Everybody's.
they can use that stairwell.
Okay. And are you in agreement that we just make that as a solid wall? Would that, is that,
Yeah, that's fine.
makes sense? Do you guys agree with that too?
Yeah, we're gonna take it to the board, not not tomorrow, but next Wednesday. That's their board meeting, so that's when the board will have a chance to look at this and go over the lease and whatnot in December.
You know, I don't see any costs on here yet, but one says current, one says most costly, I don't like that one. And then the other one, least costly, I kinda like that one. And then the other one doesn't have a anyway, you know what
The other one's kind of, in the middle of the two.
yeah.
So that, I
That's
think,
what, so we can change.
yeah, I think that,
Okay,
We
yeah.
get the
so I
credit.
think that the one with the solid wall is the one that's most, least costly.
Least costly,
So,
okay.
and I think that would be the easiest thing, and it's just a super simplifies things without another door, another,
There you
whole
go.
thing of, it just, and it maintains the integrity of the
Yeah.
health department as far as their restroom areas.
That's right.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so I mean, I think that,
That's the
for
direction.
for the meeting portion of this with the health department, I think that if we wanted to say,
Continue with option two.
yeah, exactly, yep. Option number 2 would be the way that we would probably want to go with this, with a solid wall. Fair enough?
Yep.
All right. Thank you. Well, thanks for bringing that up. That kind of clarifies things. All right. Anything else?
I don't have anything else.
Christie?
No, I just wanted to point out that the planning commission in October is moving to the first floor conference room and be on 168 for October.
Okay.
Just for October?
Just for October, because board of elections are using the
Conference.
conference rooms for training.
Okay.
Okay. Tim, anything? Jim?
No, I'm good.
Tim, you good?
Yeah.
All right, any questions?
Yeah,
Yes,
Diane
ma'am.
Jones. So how many choices were there?
There were 3 choices.
There were 3 choices.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're looking at the choice which is, marked as number 2, which is the least costly situation, because it's gonna reduce some of the additional doors.
All right. Now, what was unclear to me is whether the final choice is going to be within this administration building or whether it's going to be moved to a separate location.
I don't understand your question.
That was unclear to me when the drawings were being discussed.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
this
no, it's just
renovation
down the
that's...
hall right here, where
Okay,
that-
so this is internal renovation right here in the administration
Yeah,
building?
yeah,
Okay.
Same location,
yeah.
I beg your pardon?
same location, right here.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, yeah, Ruth League of Women Voters. Could you repeat the numbers for the youth center total cost? I was a little.
Yeah, thank you.
Put numbers off the top of my head, I can
Oh.
get you the actual numbers that were discussed yesterday.
So probably 5.5 million.
Yeah, it was basically between 5 and 5.3 million.
Adding the additional.
Going to a different location, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, anything else? Yes, ma'am.
I have 2 questions. Are you guys aware that the public is relying on League of Women Voters to see your minutes in a timely fashion?
Yeah, our minutes are produced in a very timely fashion.
Not really, because the most recent minutes for you are May 21st. And you're 4 months behind.
Mhm.
It's always
true.
been that way all year. I actually sent you emails about it, asking me of, the minutes placed on me more timely.
Okay.
And I just feel that you're really kind of like hiding stuff from people, so. My second question for you is, actually, it's probably more for Mr. Spinelli. You mentioned that you are running for office again because there's specific projects that you want to get finished, that you haven't finished in the last 3 terms. And I wonder what those projects are, because I don't see them listed on this.
So we're working on our aging center, you know.
I'm sorry, can you
We're working on
just-
our Department on Aging Center. This youth center has been definitely something that's been, you know, on our list of being able to do things. And we still have our court that's in progress. So those are three huge projects that probably combined, probably close to $30 million that I want to be able to oversee.
Are there any plans for getting the drugs out of Geauga County?
Well, I
Because
think that,
I'm in this wheelchair because of a drug dealer that was coming from Portage County into Geauga, again leaving Geauga, who left a center and hit me and my dog in my car, totaled my car at high speed.
I think that the best answer to that is this, is that our entire country is facing a crisis with drugs. And, you
Well,
know,
this
I will
gentleman
tell you,
lived in Akron.
well, crime doesn't stay where somebody just lives. People get in vehicles and they go from point A to point B. I will tell you this, you are very fortunate to have the sheriff's office that we have in this county and the law enforcement that we have in this county, because they are very diligent in what they do. They are very proactive. They do a great job. And we as commissioners fund our sheriff's office extremely well because of the fact that we take your safety serious.
We believe that car was stolen.
Well,
So,
I
and
will
it
tell
went
you
all the
this.
way from Portage to
You
Geauga
are
back out.
just another voice of what, unfortunately, a victim of what our whole country is going through right now. But as far as, what I will tell you is, if you really looked around, Geauga County is one of the safest counties that you will find in the entire state of Ohio because of the efforts of our law enforcement in this county. Trust me.
I'm not gonna say there's anything wrong with that.
Right.
I'm asking if there was any improvement or anybody actually checking license plates. I mean, this car had a license plate that had been expired more than a year.
We are trying our best. And
Pardon
I can tell you that law enforcement is on top of whatever they can handle. But it's a time and place that we are just in a very, very difficult time right now across the country. But I will tell you, feel safe. Geauga County is one of the safest counties to be in.
And do you say the same thing about Portage County because he left from there?
I will tell you that Portage County has a lot of other challenges also because of the socioeconomic factors. And we're blessed to be able to have a county like Geauga that has just a whole different layout as far as residences, businesses, just the way that the county is designed and developed that makes it so much safer and just so much of a better place to be. So I will tell you that feel blessed to live in Geauga County because it's a great place. And our sheriff's office, our police departments in this county have got a great working relationship, and they are there for your safety and mine.
Bonnie, you mentioned about drugs. In the last 2 years, I've been on the Region 13 board, currently the president of Region 13. There's 19 regions in the One Ohio Recovery Foundation. And it's money that was lawsuits from the opioids and the drug pharmacies and all that stuff. And by the end of the year, Region 13, which is Ashtabula, Lake, Geauga, and Portage, is going to be receiving $2.4 million for the applicants. Now, we're going through the process right now, and like I said, before the end of the year, there's $2.4 million in our region, the 4 counties will receive the money to help make things better.
That's to track the
For
drug dealers?
various things. A lot of the stuff that we decided in the last couple of months is under executive board sessions, and we picked the applicants that we felt would suit Geauga County and the region best. A lot of the applicants were of a region promotion. And then it goes down to Columbus, to their expert panel, to pick it apart, and then see where the
I'd like
money's
to know
gonna
more
go.
about that. Thanks, maybe we can get together.
Sure, but it's hard for me to take when somebody says we're not doing anything.
Well, no,
So-
I'm asking because it just, I don't, it's not, you can't read the minutes, you don't know. I haven't seen anything different. I'm pretty kind of a captured audience here today, so I'm asking for what's going on. And I understood, someone told me there's like readers for license plates, and I don't understand why that wasn't. Is that still being used, or has that been discarded?
So we approved the expenditure for flock cameras, I would say maybe 4 months ago, 5 months ago, that was done in public session. Those are license plate readers that are placed in strategic areas of the county. And when a crime is committed in that area, the data that is pulled from that is utilized as a tool to assist law enforcement of gathering some intelligence of potential
Is there a
vehicles.
list of where those are placed?
I believe that we did have that on our motion, so.
We want criminals to know where the cameras are?
South Russell Village has 18 flock cameras. Anytime you drive in and out of South Russell Village today, whether I live there or whoever, our cars are being documented, every single one. It's still, we lost a car to thievery because we lost it in the flock system. South Russell Village has more flock cameras than does the county.
I was going north on 700 in Troy, and he was going south. And there was no
Okay.
time to respond. There was
So
just nothing.
here's the thing, is you guys could communicate this after the meeting, but anything else here?
One more thing on the opioids. Our drug court is one of the best in the state of Ohio.
I thought it
Judge
was.
Paskey
And we
is
had a really good
81%
coyote,
of
too.
proven track record of helping people along the way. We also have the Red Tulip program, which 18 or 19 people have went through the program. When they leave there, they live, they have transportation, they have a residence, and they have a job. So there's some positive things being done in Jogga County, fighting the opioids.
With that being said, Sheriff, Chief, thank you for what you guys do. Doing a great job. Other than that, motion to adjourn.
Second.
Aye. Thank you.